Alright. Welcome back to the first Death's Doors tournament for 20% NMG. NMG standing for no major glitches, so you won't be seeing any out-of-bounds shenanigans. Game will be mostly played as intended, but with a few skips here and there you'll see in the runner's gameplay. I'm your host, Pudding Boxes. Joining me in commentary booth is Shresh. You want to introduce yourself, Shresh?
Hey y'all, this is Shresh, Death's Door speedrunner. Excited for this upcoming race.
Our runners are Marcus and Upper. Would you guys like to introduce yourself too?
Hey everyone.
So, hey everyone, I'm Marcus.
Yep, these are our wonderful runners that are running today. All right, so on my countdown. Oh, are you guys recording? Do you see the? Is it? You see it's on. That it is recording on your end.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. So on my countdown, so I'll go 3, 2, 1, go, and then on go, you're both on the start, right? One button away from starting the run. Okay. So you guys are one click away from starting the game. All right. So I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, go, and then on go, you guys start up. So 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so there's going to be a little bit of delay on our end, so let's see it. We start in a couple of seconds. Oh, Shresh, can you see the stream of
Shresh PC shut down.
Oh, okay. Did your computer go off?
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Oh no.
In moment
Oh,
of
no.
start.
Yeah, you've been having some problems with computer. Okay, well, just a moment then. Shit.
Not again.
We have had Marcus run into issues in the run-up to the tournament as well with the PC, so something we're looking out for. So we will just bear with us for a few moments. Maybe figure that out.
Here, I'll put it back to intermission so you guys have some music going on. So we'll be right back. Alright, I think we're back. This looks like we're back. Okay, let's try this again. We're still here. The stream, both streams stopped for me for some reason. I'm not alone here, am I? Did my internet cut out?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. Okay. It's nerve-wracking. You know, it looks like... I wonder about the stream stop. Oh, here we go. There we go. There we go. Alright, okay. On my countdown, alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. There'll be a little bit delay here, but see them in a bit. Good luck to both runners.
Good luck, runners. We will, yeah, as we had yesterday, we will have a little bit of delay before the runners get started, but we should be off soon.
Hopefully Museas joins us for like the second match. Right now, currently working. Hopefully he'll join us soon. Alright, oh yeah. Looks pretty in sync. Both on their way.
And here we go, yeah. Both runners, somewhat experienced runners. Marcus, I think, submitted his first run about 3 months ago, Upper about a month ago. This is the match of the first round. If you look at the seedings, these are the two seeds who are placed closest together. So we are looking forward for an exciting match here. Marcus, as we've already seen, has been plagued by technical issues in the lead up to this tournament. That's been one of the talking points when he's been preparing and doing races, is somewhat of a constant worry of the game crashing. Especially, it seems to crash after the hookshot splits. So fairly late into the game is when you can get a surprise. I've seen it crash in Camp of Free Crows and in the Betty fight. So in cutscenes in general, stuff seems to go wrong. So something beyond the gameplay that we'll have to keep an eye out for. They are both going into DFS fights, pretty on sync.
Let's hope that doesn't happen here. So let's all pray that Marcus's computer cooperates with us. We're able to get through these matches.
Everyone in chat, keep your fingers and toes crossed. Probably with the collective power of us all giving Marcus the energy, he will be able to persist through this. But both fairly clean fights within a few seconds of each other on the exit. So we should... we are seeing what we expected, a close match to at least start it off. As the runners start their trek through Cemetery. We see Upper here will probably use an arrow. Yes, Upper has been a proponent of using the arrow to unlock that switch.
Oh, is it faster?
It's one of those things. It probably is, but I don't see many people doing it besides Upper, and it's an interesting thing to note. But yeah, let's see. Let us see how the rest of this run goes for both runners.
Mm-hmm. Do we know the time difference between both the runners' PBs?
Yeah, and Upper has recently PB'd
yes.
as well, so that that also adds to it. But Upper has a time in the 128s, the mid 128s, whereas Marcus is in the mid 130s to the low 130s. So recently, Upper has pulled ahead in terms of the PB being like a couple of minutes ahead. Upper missing out on one of the grunts, so having to go back to kill it before picking the key. So that's going to let Marcus pull ahead into Arena 1. It is really a bad RNG situation when that grunt spawns all the way next to the Undying Blossom and kind of hides in that building, the twin building, the Turncam building there. And you can just kind of miss it completely. But both in Arena 1 now. Let's see how the action plays out here.
I think it's like a conspiracy where like The grunts are just getting smarter and smarter as us runners just get better and better. So they know to hide
Yep.
behind that building.
Like, maybe if I hide, he'll ignore me and just continue on. But Upper, too smart for that, went back and cleaned it up. Gets hit here once in Arena 1. Mrkssr was able to make his way through cleanly without taking a hit. And let's see how Upper is able to clear out the end of this. There you go. Exits out.
I think
And into the tutorials.
let's see if Steadhorn cooperates. Oh, yep. Mrkssr passed through without getting that weird push. Let's see how Upper does. We'll get that weird glitch. Oh, looks good.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which runners get jinxed by those sort of bad moments where you get teleported to the previous room by Steadhorn, or the wall doesn't break up, blow up when the bomb explodes next to it in estate. So let's see how the luck plays out for all our runners today. We're heading to the second arena. It seems like Mrkssr has a bit of a lead right now because of the key issue that Upper faced earlier, and possibly even a cleaner Arena 1 by Mrkssr. There is an imp following Mrkssr into this, which is always an element of risk which you don't want to introduce in the middle of this arena, but let's see if he's able to clean it up before it becomes an issue. Looks like the imp really cooperated, following Mrkssr all the way to the end, so it was easy to clean up.
Well, the backpack enemy didn't turn around. We'll get the 2 mage. Oh, well, the second mage got away from Mrkssr.
Mage got away, yep. And for Upper as well, the first mage in the first wave had gotten away. Let's see how he does in this one. Also loses the second mage, so both runners facing slippery mages for a second in that wave.
Do you just need like really good aim to get that second mage, or I don't think I get it much either? Or is there like a certain like setup or something to get that second mage?
In my experience, I found it's most about the timing, in that if you hit it early enough, then it will hit it.
Oh.
But if you hit it like a bit late, then the mage kind of drifts too far away from the projectile's path.
Okay.
Upper taking a save and quit heal here, interesting. Not believing in going in on the 3 HP. Mrkssr, meanwhile, hadn't taken a hit throughout the first 2 arenas and the mini arenas, so continues and goes into the Guardian fight. Second phase. Is off to the side a bit, does roll to avoid the fart damage, if for lack of a better word, that Guardian can give you, but gets hit by the laser. Yeah, that weird bit of damage that can happen when Guardian kind of lands close to you. That was scary for a second. The Guardian was doing a grinding attack, so Mrkssr probably would have been safe anyway, but gets through with 1 health as Upper goes into phase 2 here. Playing out in front safely, avoid dodging the laser. This is probably gonna hit. Yeah, with the Guardian attacks, you can only stand in front of them close if they're doing the slow grinding attack. If they do the fast spin, it's not safe. Upper also getting through on 1 HP. Both runners continue on. And we will see some tech smashing and the Grey Core cutscene here before we head out of Cemetery into Estate. That'll be another very interesting section. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say Upper hitting that sign. I think I don't think you have to do that anymore, but I think it's like a habit for a lot of us. I don't know if Mrkssr did it earlier, but yeah, I don't even remember why we do it anymore. It was, you need the extra power for something, I think.
Yeah, I think if you're not taking any save quits, then you want your 4 mana going into Estate, because you need 2 for the 2 fire puzzles, and then you need 2 to get into right side Estate.
Oh, that's right.
So that's the reason we used to do it, but now there's like a plethora of save quit strats in the middle. One is we'll probably see a couple of them here. One is in the crypts itself, as you're picking up the soul on the left side right after this. The other is if you're doing pothead skip soul, you by force will have a save and quit there to heal you. And both of those happen before you see any enemies, so very comfy heals from here on out. Let's see which strat these runners take. Pothead Skip Soul is something I wonder how many runners will take, so let us see. Okay, we do see a Cemetery save and quit, sorry, a Crypt save and quit from Marcus, which gives an indication that he's probably not going for Pothead Skip Soul here. Let's see what Upper does.
Marcus doing a little spin there. That's when you're waiting for an elevator, do Roberto spins. Always fun to see.
Idle animation time. Yep. Upper did not take the save quit.
Okay.
So I'm assuming a Pothead Skip Soul incoming from Upper, which will put the runners off sync in their route through estate, but we will see where they end up when they enter Manor. Marcus making clean work of the first 5 puzzles, and continuing on.
Marcus getting the pot skip.
First try, getting on the pot, but let's see the hedge.
Hedge.
Hedge giving a little bit of trouble, but gets on. You do notice that despite not going for Pothead Skip Soul, Marcus does get the door. Very important strat, especially in a race situation, to not be overconfident, not skip the door. Even if you're feeling super brave, just be smart, take the door. Bad things can happen anytime in this game, so... going through the arena, first part of the arena went fairly cleanly. Let's see how the mages behave on this side. Both get aggroed, so it shouldn't still be too much of a time loss because you kind of have to deal with them sequentially. Misses the heavy parry, so we'll have to clean it up on the 3rd try. Oh, thought that he had hit the mage, I think, because he tried to kill it with just a charge, heavy and a light, but he had no hits on the mage, so he had to get the heavy and 3 lights in. Upper going through the first side.
Yep. Doing this in arena. Getting hits by Archer.
Sniped. This is why right side is never comfortable. You can definitely get swarmed. Same issue, both mages get aggroed simultaneously. Let's see if he's able to clean them up in one cycle. Nice job. And continues on. I'm wondering if you'll see any runners who just avoid doing pothead skip. I know there are some runners in this tournament who don't. There we'll see some more interesting strats as well, but both of these runners just having to fight their way through right and left side with whatever health they have. So Upper on 2 health. Marcus much more comfy with the 3 in hand. Upper choosing to just get rid of the mage right here, not wanting to keep it around just in case it causes any issues. Same with this grunt. Means we'll have to be a bit more conservative about mana. Clean hits though everywhere, so looks like Upper is going to have a good time getting through. Marcus on the last stretch towards Manor, he will go for the Archer Soul, so that will give Upper a little time to catch up here. For a second, the screen froze on my end when Marcus blew up that wall, so my heart was in my mouth that the wall did not blow up, but it did, so it continues on. to manner.
Hopefully the same happens for upper. Walls are breaking. Are they? Yep, they're good. Are we skipping the ladder? Is it the ladder soul? Something out of that.
Yeah, I think Upper was able to make up a bunch of time there. The race is a bit closer, so let's see how it all pans out, of course. Still a long, long way to go. Both thankfully had enough soul for upgrades. That's what we love to see. Definitely don't want to end up here or in ruins in a situation where you're short a few soul. The games have synced up nicely. Mrkssr gets the quick kill on the blue mage. Nice, clean. Let's see how Upper does. Probably going to let the mage teleport once. Uses the explode part and cleans up the mage. Both, of course, picking up this first seeds here. The seed strats will be something we will keep an eye out for. Interesting to see both runners break the pot by the door first and go for the strat where you roll off the ledge during the time the cutscene plays. I don't think it actually saves time because during that cutscene, or even rather during falling down the ledge, you can move. You can get horizontal distance. So by freezing yourself during that cutscene, it actually does not help you save time, even though it looks like it would. But one of those small things which is there.
Yeah, both players getting the fire with the mouse.
With no issues, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty clean from both.
Mrkssr had a very clean licky tongue kill there. Both, and again, neither of the players going for the upfront, like rolling into the licky tongue strat, opting to do a full charge parry, which does not lose much time at all and is definitely much comfier to do. So fairly clean Crow ones from both runners. Let's see how Crow 2 goes. Now this is where a lot of stuff can happen. Action-packed split for sure. First of all, this mini arena here with the spinning pots.
Wow.
Clean.
The fleck from Mrkssr went like slightly to the right.
Yep, unfortunate. Upper also had issues doing the roll across all the enemies, missed the green pot in the first, but recovered very well and cleaned up the enemies. Mrkssr picks up the seed, Upper picks up the seed. Not at all surprised. This, I assume, most runners will be picking up this seed. It's one of the best safety seeds to have. Upper going for their strat, his own developed strat. He has found the strat and labbed it out and made it super comfy for anyone who is looking for a nice imploft strat. A nice big part strat. Definitely pay attention, clip that, go check it, watch it back. It's a really nice comfy strat. Mrkssr without arrows here, struggling with the first brazier. We've all been there. Upper was able to get it first try and continues, and is on full health compared to Mrkssr on 2. Upper very clean implof, like first hits on the ladder, and Mrkssr there as well, getting the first hit on the ladder. Will Mrkssr plant this pot? Yes, and of course Upper doesn't need to, so Upper pulling ahead a bit here, just by virtue of his own strat. But that's what you get for labbing, folks. It helps.
I don't think we'll see it here, but in glitch, if you do, well, I guess no, you do need like an auto slash. But if you do, I think if you hit grandma while talking to you and you're like rolling, you can soft lock, like leaving grandma. But I don't think it'll happen in the no major glitch run.
Inter-
Yeah.
in-
I think it happened to me
Interesting.
once. Yeah, very
I,
strange.
I didn't know there was such a glitch or soft lock possible. That's pretty cool.
You have to be playing pretty fast, I think, and I was where you like you hit grandma and you like get rid of the dialogue box at the same time. I think that's a soft lock for me. I'm pretty sure.
Interesting. Got it.
But luckily, yeah, I don't think it'll happen in NMG, so that's good.
Upper had very, very clean bomb pot. Marcus forced to kill one grunt with a sword. These in a race as tight as this, I can imagine small things like this playing a role. Upper playing very up close and personal with the Licky Tongue, which honestly in the grunts arena is the best strat because you can kind of ignore the grunts till later. One grunt does spawn after Licky Tongue death though, and Upper was stuck behind the Licky Tongue for a little bit. So wasn't the most ideal kill. Marcus as well struggling a bit, but and having to kill one extra grunt on spawn. Fairly clean, regardless. It's still very neck and neck. The race kind of going back and forth so far.
I get so nervous when they save and quit. I'm hoping it doesn't happen in any of these runs in this tournament where they just quit out the game. I really hope that doesn't happen. But every time I see it, like a bead of sweat comes down my forehead every time.
Yep, it will definitely happen.
No, don't
me, I'm
jinx
sure.
this, Shush. No, we have to hope it doesn't happen for any of the runners.
I can imagine myself doing it. So,
No, don't jinx
yeah.
yourself. Don't jinx yourself for your race either.
So we did see Marcus getting the kill with, or rather the key pot being exploded by the purple pot. Upper had to go for the backup by hitting it from behind. Very small time difference in that though. Now we're in the spooky roll. Upper gets it clean, gets the key. Let's see how Marcus fares. Also gets it clean. And we continue on to seeing some mages. The mages here in this fight, it's particularly important to kill them as kind of in cycle with the Licky Tongue. Do not allow both of them to teleport away or one of them to teleport away and have an extra cycle. So let's see how the run is fair. Marcus taking a hit immediately, not able to open the Licky Tongue rolls with the roll slash. Wow. I don't know if you saw that, but that was very clean on Upper side. Was able to dispatch one mage and then kill the other mage along with the Licky Tongue. Marcus having to kill them both in one cycle after, so a slight delay, a slight off cycle for Marcus, but again, very small things in play here, small time differences in play. All right, time for cat jams. We are heading to Ava 1, our first listen to this music today. First of many. We will be hearing this music a bunch more times. But the blessed first listen. Confused crow getting chomped down by a treasure box. Lands up in a boss fight of sorts. Cool arena, bad kerning. So let's see how Upper does. This is killing the green pot instantly, but it's really not a big difference in terms of the cycles that you get here.
The green pot's running away from Marcus's
Yeah.
strong hit. That was unlucky.
Marcus definitely losing some time to that first wave. Second wave went clean for upper. Let's see if it goes clean for Marcus. Yep, looks like he should be in position. Upper onto the last wave. Getting a bit swarmed by spinny pots here. It is upper. But, getting through with just the one hit. Marcus in the last wave, sniped by an imp, and then not able to react in time for deflecting the projectile. Down to 1 HP, spooky for a second. Backing off. The smart thing to do here, just gonna wait for the Licky Tongue is stuck against the ladder, against the lantern. Oh my goodness. That's really unfortunate for Marcus. Having to play it very safe, losing a bunch of time there, unfortunately.
I wonder if he rolled up because of the torch kill. That is a real thing where the torch will light up and hit the bird.
It is true.
Would it reset the avarice if that happened? I think.
Yes.
Oh,
you
yeah,
actually
so,
you do have to redo the fight. Yeah.
So smart on Marcus's side.
You stay away. Yes, very smart. Spider layer on upper side. Really clean. We do see Marcus skip up Spider Lair. I was wondering if he was going to do this. Marcus has been doing this in practice runs. He skips Spider Lair and gets the 2 souls after Ava 2. It is a time save, but you have to be very, very cautious about your soul count going through ruins and dungeon. He has had practice races. I've been in a practice race with him where he ended up exactly 2 souls short when you need the 1000 for strength 4. The spider lair souls, killing the spiders is what gets you beyond that threshold normally. So it is a risky decision. Let's see how it plays out for him here. But very cool to see that now we will see the runners in sync again because of this kind of fake time save from Marcus.
Both doing the crow clap where they have
no
the
one's
first
disqualified.
What a major glitch. Both of them. Will they grab this? Will Upper grab this? Oh, Upper will grab this seed. Coming up. At 4 seeds now for Upper. Playing it safe.
Smart. That seed is actually a very good seed as well. There are a bunch of seeds which are a lot closer than you think. Having the knowledge of where the seeds are is definitely going to help in this sort of situation. Marcus has done Hundo as well, so I believe he has the knowledge. And Upper, actually, I'm not sure if Upper's done Hundo runs yet, but just seems to be very well aware of where the seeds are. Well prepared for this tournament.
I feel like I don't think he's done Hundo. I think I've been playing around. I think he's done Hundo. If I remember correctly. Just 80%.
Oh, Upper struggling with the roll for a second, gets sniped by the flame plants. So down, both of them are down to 3 HP. One thing which we were wondering yesterday, and let's see if it plays out, is will the runners take the lever after the bomb wall skip here? Mom skip, so-called. Upper just not doing the skip at all and just going around. But neither of them took the lever, which is something to consider. Let's see how it plays out. I hope we don't have repeats from yesterday, where we saw death from both runners in ruins. Ruins is a bit brutal, so keep an eye out on the health counts for both runners. Clean arena from Mrkssr. Gets through upper, cleaning up last wave with pretty nice strats here. There you go. Finishes it off, continues on. Both managed to get through that with 3 HP, so I imagine they're feeling fairly confident with the rest of ruins and getting into the bomb plant arena. Going into bomb plant arena with 1 or 2 HP is where it gets a little bit more spooky. 3, I imagine both of these runners are very comfortable with their abilities and their strats to go through safe. Mrkssr targeting the mage on spawn, very key point to do in that second wave. It really makes it a lot easier to deal with. Upper doing the same. Both of them get rid of the mage immediately. Now we're onto the last wave for Mrkssr. Good exit. Similar for upper here. Let's see how this ends up. Nice triple snipe. We continue to get the Forest Horn.
Mrkssr getting that dialogue skip. Very nice.
Most important time saves.
How much does it save? Is it just a couple of milliseconds?
I think it's actually still a second,
is that?
if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. It also might depend on your mashing speed. The thing is, with things like Forest Horn, which have multiple dialogues, it's worse compared to things like Soul Orb, which has a single dialogue. And some shinies also have multiple dialogues. Some other shinies have multiple dialogues versus others which have just the one box of dialogue. In Hundo, it's actually much more important, and you have to be careful with things like, if I'm not mistaken, Corrupted Antler has like 3 text boxes or something, so you have to be careful for those. There's some chill jazz time there to recuperate. The runners stretch their hands out, I imagine, before we head into the gauntlet of dungeon.
Oh, almost quitting out there, Mrkssr. Oh, I'm very sweating, actually sweating.
Yeah.
Luckily you recognized that before pressing the quit button. Oh man. The lantern blocking Mrkssr's fireball. Getting it. We'll see how sputters will they cooperate today. Oh, okay, not on Mrkssr's side. Jumping around like crazy.
Yeah.
Jumping.
Okay, gets the bomb hit on both grunts, which is very key. But let's see how this coward spiders behave. Upper also on the coward spiders are behaving very nicely for upper there. Gets the perfect last wave. This will, compared to Mrkssr, who had a bit of a struggle with that last wave, went for a bomb strat instead of just the strat which upper went for, which is slice through the spiders and deflect back to the cowards. So good job, upper, on that last wave. As clean as you could want it. Both get side by side roll skips. Mrkssr going for the breaking the wall strat. He did not have 2 mana anyway, if you noticed, so going for the seed as well. He was down to 2 seeds. So Upper going to pull ahead a little bit here into Crow 2. Gets hit, greeting that third hit, and the spider snipes him from behind as well. Marcus down to 2 HP as well. That projectile was very close. Both of them are 2 HP. Upper gets through and will probably take the free heal here. Mostly free. Oh, Marcus! I thought that spider was definitely going to snipe him there. Not that would have mattered too much. Both of them just getting the heals and going on to Crow 3 and 4. It's a good thing probably that Marcus took that seed now, because he had to use this seed early. If he needs a heal between Crow 3 and 4, he does have the seed in the back pocket. Upper, as we know, is stacked on seeds, so should be fine.
This is opening this wall up. Oh, I guess it's just in case anything goes wrong with these upcoming souls, bird souls.
Playing it safe, probably smart. Again, these are decisions that the runners have to make race time in the moment, if they feel comfortable or not. They've obviously thought about this before, but Marcus not feeling confident enough with the 4 HP as well going into these 2 crows. Wants to take the safeties and open up the shortcut.
Marcus with these
Hiders.
spiders. Oh man, they're all jumping.
Okay, and there you go. Okay, will you get this last one? Cool. Marcus finishing it up as Upper is moving on to Crow 4. Did not take a hit. Neither of them did, so they both should be fairly comfy going into Crow 4. Of course, things can change very quickly in the water arena, so let's keep our eyes peeled for action in here.
It was interesting. Upper did like the torch puzzle, like the bottom one first, and then the top one, and then the middle one.
Yeah, Upper does it slightly differently. He lights the middle one at the end. Yeah. The hammer bro was a bit rude. So was the grunt. Upper down to 2 HP. Both were kind of unfortunate hits, because the hammer bro definitely hit him. It's very weird. The hammer bro sometimes staggers and like in the middle of their hammer animation kind of pulls back again and does it, then slashes down again. So it's a weird delayed thing that can happen and cause you to get hit because you've already rolled anticipating their movement from the first motion. Upper was able to get through without taking any additional hits. Marcus still hasn't taken a hit, is on the last wave. Doing the ledge strats, just the most optimal strats. You love to see it. Very clean, going to probably get the 3 swipe to end this off. Beautiful. No chance to see any death warps. Marcus was treading water there for a second, but you can go earlier than you think because the blocks will rise up under your feet. So it's not as bad as it seems. Marcus is fully aware that he could do that. Very clean Crow 4 from Marcus, and Crow 3. He did not really need that shortcut at all, just went hitless through that whole section. Eva 2 time. Both, of course, going to pick up the seed on the way. There's absolutely no reason not to. Unless the interact button refuses to cooperate, in which case I have left it behind sometimes. Yeah, let's see Eva 2 here. Backing off from Muck there for a second to avoid getting sniped by the lasers. Elite Archer first strats. Grunt. Grunts are just always mean. And In particular, the Ruins Grunt and the Watchtower Grunts are the worst. Obviously, the Cemetery Grunts are not that bad. And neither are the Manor ones, but let's see how this last wave goes for Upper. Gets the fast kill, I imagine. Marcus is down to 1 HP. Not a good place to be with spiders swarming around you, because any one of them can... two go for Marcus, he manages to dodge both and gets sniped. It's not good, that's a death in Ava. It's not the worst place to die, because you get an instant reset, but there's no good place to die, honestly, so...
And I feel like these spiders are just after Marcus. Really, they're all jumping, they're really after him.
Yeah, not having a pleasant time being able to connect with the spiders. Maybe he needs to have a sit-down chat with them. The good news about this is that Marcus will definitely not be hurting for soul going out of Ava 2. Oh my god, this is not good situation. Marcus gets sniped 3 times by the Elite Archer. Spiders again. Gotta be super careful. They are sniping him from the back, but he's having the rolls to get away. Gets hit. Unfortunate. 2 deaths to Ava 2. This will not be feeling good for Marcus. He's a very experienced runner, and he knows that this will probably let Upper have a bit of lead. Probably not feeling happy about this, but these things happen in a race. That is kind of what the race situation puts you in. It's that sort of pressure situation. It can snowball. If you die once, you can kind of chain. Let's see if Marcus can get out of it. Upper has smooth way to Stranded Sailor. Not much worries in the world for the moment for Upper. Marcus, meanwhile, battling to get past the spiders, does get through last wave time. Misses the first mage, misses the second mage. Gets 1 hit on the green mage. But I imagine he should be able to clean this up, because the mages are not hard. They are hard to do fast, but they are not hard to clean up. Marcus does manage to get through Ava 2 this time. And we will see both runners continuing on to the hookshot splits. Nice. Upper gets the 1 text box skip.
Close to the wall, Marcus backs up. So he doesn't get by that bomb. He's gonna grab this soul though.
He's going to actually grab a bunch of soul here, so this will probably put him behind a bit more. Also going for the surveillance device soul here. Let's see what the soul count is at the end of it. I imagine it will be well over... Oh, just over 1,000, despite those 2 Ava deaths. Interesting. Oh, maybe... Did I miss it? Maybe he didn't go for all 3. I might have missed that for a second as I was calculating the time. He did skip 1 soul orb I see in chat, were you mentioning, so... Silver lining, as you said. That means he got basically 100 extra soul compared to what you normally get, just by virtue of a couple of Ava 2 deaths. It was all planned, maybe.
Maybe the spiders were helping all along, maybe.
Yeah. Upper got 2 hits in this Crow one. The halberd is always something to worry about, not the easiest thing to deal with. and is definitely going to take the safe quit here. Of course, it is faster to walk out of Arena 1 and head to Arena 2, but no reason to do it if you have any knocks taken. Another interesting thing which Mrkssr has been experimenting with, and which we will see whether he is going for, is hook slash. Mrkssr has been doing hook slash any percent to make the rest of the run very comfy. It is a time loss, of course, and I know he's aware of that, and he's been debating whether to use it or not. We see this door being skipped, so we will not be seeing any hook slash in this run. But he does get the barb skip. Upper, meanwhile, getting the bomb strats perfect on the first wave. Very nice start to the second wave as well. Nice double kill on the mage and the hammer bro. Clean arena so far. Let's see how the golden hammer bro fares. Looks like it's going to be a hitless arena. Beautiful. Sure, Upper is feeling good about that. I wonder if that's a gold on his splits, because that looked pretty much as clean as it could be. To be fair, I didn't pay full attention to the lighting of the brazier part before, but the arena was as good as you would want it. Picking up the seed, again, very free safety seed to get in this tournament. Start to the first wave. The imp's not cooperating, so Mrkssr has to go all the way across to kill them. Quick 3-cycle hammer blow. No archer snipes. Very clean arena 1. Mrkssr can actually opt to walk out of here instead of safe quitting. Let's see if he chooses to do that. Oh, Upper tried to go for the archer roll slash, missed and got hit by the archer. Again, not a big deal. Waiting for the archer to come and charge their attack before going for them. Good kill on the roller and the spiders. Just spiders got away for one hop, but not a big deal. One spider out of view for a second. Was fishing for it. Gets it, finally.
Enemy, spider.
I think
Enemy of the day?
this race, yeah, seriously, this race does seem to be deciding factor. Spiders really want to make their voice heard today. They were like, yesterday we behaved, we did not misbehave too much, didn't kill any runs. Mrkssr going for the bomb strat does not get the heavy on the second mage, so the second mage will teleport away. Hit by the hammer bro. Gets out of its grasp, but the mage gets out of his grasp. Has to kill it on teleport. Going for the hammer bro on the right side. Clean kill, continues. I like how there is alternating action. One goes into an arena as the other exits and does the other things. Upper getting the perfect first wave here. You love to see that. That strat is one of the most beautiful strats in my IMO, where you kill that grunt or the roller with the same heavy that you deflect back to the mage. Grunts being spooky and mean here. First one grunt got stuck behind a boulder and then the other one jumped on Upper. It's like they're collaborating to attack Upper almost. Did not know this game had advanced AI. But gets through the rest of the arena fairly clean. That's all that matters at the end of it.
To answer Chad's question, we are hoping to get 2 runs today, at least. If it does go to a best of 3, we'll have like an intermission to talk with the runners, see how they're doing, and if they do want to continue to do the best of 3. So at most we'll do 2, but if it does go to a best of 3, we'll see, talk with the runners, see how they're feeling, and then we'll do the best of 3 if they want to do today, or maybe the next day if they don't do time.
Marcus not having enough arrows for that puzzle was a little bit unfortunate. Had to walk to that last switch and had to wait for the platforms to reappear. Small time loss. No one likes to see time loss to puzzles. The worst kind of feeling. Marcus approaches the backpack here knowing that he'll have to literally slash through, and does do that. Slashes through the entirety of the backpack, mauls it to death. Sniped by the halberd for a second. Here. Lets the mage get away. Not too worried. More concerned about spiders today for a good cause. Upper, meanwhile, has a good first wave. Gets the fire mage. That's pretty much the key aspect here. Deflect kill on the blue mage. Wow, the second blue mage spawned literally in the most perfect spot. Upper could not have asked for better luck. This has got to be feeling good. This looks like a very clean fight so far. Smo left. Will we be seeing a butt cheek hug? Yes, and Smo is cooperating very nicely, just shuffling around, allowing Upper to keep sword slashing away.
It was a term from Dark Souls, but does it actually have a real, like, does that enemy actually have a different name in the game, or is it really
it's funny in the concept art, it's just under misc enemies, so it doesn't seem to have a name. There are a bunch of things in the concept art which have a name, but this one in particular does not seem to. Marcus getting a bit bullied in the first wave, which to contrast to Upper is pretty much perfect first wave, will mean that Marcus is losing time here. Grunts bullying Marcus down to 1 HP. Bad position with this last wave here. It's not an easy wave by any means. You have to be very careful to not let the halberd bully you. You're just going to play it safe, let the green mage come back, kill it, and not have a death. That's the most important thing at this point. Upper is on the first section of this elevator split. Elevator to get up to watchtowers, that is, but it is a long split, a lot of movement. This first brazier that he has to light is the easiest one. In the next section we'll see a sequence of skips, which he'll have to perform. And let's see how those go. Meanwhile, we will have Marcus going into the thick of the action in Eva 3. Yeah, it's funny. TFT is confirming that it is part of miscellaneous enemies in the art book.
what's in the armor? Maybe it's another bird, but
Big bird, very big
or maybe
bird.
a very small bird but really big armor. I think Smo is also like that, where Smo is like a normal human. It's just the armor makes him look bigger. So it could
That's
be a
fair.
tiny bird in really
Like
big armor.
like the false knight, and I think that seems to be a trope in games, just to have the really big armor and small enemy inside kind of thing. So it could be very fair point. Never thought about that. Marcus had a clean first wave, which you would expect. First wave is easiest wave of this Eva. Mages have spawned nicely. Will you be able to clean them up? Not both, just the one. Prioritize killing the mage here, and now the boomer. Nice double kill there. Uses the parry to kill the one green part and the attack itself to kill the other green part. Smoke kind of jumping a bit more here for a second, but not really an issue. Very clean, no hits taken. Eva 3.
Upper finishing up Castle Loxon going into Watchtower. So where you turn up your music, there's some Watchtower jams.
And before that, we have Camp Jams, which IMO, best music. But that's a very subjective opinion. I know this game is filled with good music.
Did you see did Upper get any control during the torch cutscenes, or?
I did not actually notice.
I don't think he did. So unlucky on that end.
So with a little bit of camera shake there, I can't imagine Upper is feeling frustrated. I don't know if Upper is on PB pace. I'm not aware of their split timings for these, and I'm not aware if they are using splits which will reflect that. I have noticed Mrkssr's splits turn red, so I think Mrkssr is no longer on PB pace, at least towards the end of the splits. It just about turns red, so it almost seems as if Mrkssr is just about or just behind their PB, if I'm not mistaken. So something to keep in mind going forward, that runners have PBs on the line beyond the races, which they will be excited to get. As we saw yesterday, 2 PBs in one race, probably the best way to have started this off. Oh no, Mrkssr misses the roll after the key. One of those sections in this split where you can just bleed away 10 seconds with one simple wrong move like that. And after this room, he will be in another, doing the gate skip, where you can again lose 10 seconds for no reason. Upper going through the gauntlet, music has started. Get your cat jams in, get your Mathul jams in. This is fight time for Upper. Basically a continuous gauntlet for these 3 sections. First the archers, which he dispatched very well. Now this halberd, and then onto the laser arena before having to face 2 boomers. The laser arena is probably the most variable part of this section. Gets sniped by the laser. Upper has been triple tapped by laser before. We have all seen it in Discord. Probably one of the worst feelings is to get tapped by that laser 3 times when you kind of just are already down. You can just get stun locked and killed. It's a scary place to be. Gets out with 2 health. 2 health is good enough for the boomers. I imagine Upper will be feeling okay with the boomers, but let's see if he takes the heal after the boomers. Oh, Boomer lining up a boomerang for a second there, even though he was very close range. Probably not feeling good about that, but gets through. No hits taken, no lever cronked. So gonna be brave, not taking the heal either. So he's going to go through the ice skating section. We did see Zui do the same thing yesterday. The runners are feeling confident in their ice skating enough to go through it and just depend on the pot right before ice arena. It seems to be the common strat. It shows confidence, and I like to see that.
I don't know if you saw it earlier, but Mrkssr almost quit out the game, but luckily he realized on the prompt and went back and didn't quit out the game. That would have been a really bad time loss.
That is one of, and with Mrkssr's machine, these are the moments that we need to start being on watch, because in runs it is around camp, and these cutscenes where his GPU goes up to 99%, 100%, and like 80 degrees Celsius. So we're all praying, we have our fingers crossed that stuff goes well. Upper managed to get through ice skating sections completely unscathed, killing off both the mages, and it's going to take up the spot and head into Ice Arena. I'm wondering if everything is okay here.
On whose end? On our end?
I am very anxious that I feel like I may have cursed this and Mrkssr's machine. I do see a freeze on stream. This is not looking good, folks. It could be
Ooh, yeah.
a crash here. It has. I think we're getting confirmation that Mrkssr's machine does seem to have crashed.
Oh no.
It's really unfortunate that that would happen in the middle of a race. Cannot feel good for Mrkssr to have that happen. Upper, meanwhile, is having a good time in Ice Arena. Probably unaware, blissfully, that he is probably going to take this race as a result of that. But
Yeah.
please bear with us for a second as we try to figure this out on our end.
Yeah, it happens. You say it happens a lot during the hook shot thing, right on free croaking too.
Yeah, this was pretty much right on cue. This is very. I feel really bad for Mrkssr. It is something we have had our eye on, and something it's not out of the blue. We're not shocked by it, but it is really unfortunate. Those who are watching, you would have seen a very clean kill from Upper, by the way, there. If I'm not mistaken, he went in with his 3 health that he had. I don't think he got hit in the Betty fight. I think he went in with the 3 health bravely, and that's very clean. So now, this is an interesting dilemma, putting if Upper is on PB pace.
Yeah, so we're gonna see if will Upper PB here. Does seem to be on really good pace. Hope didn't get into the door though.
Yeah, and if a runner is on PB pace, we do want to let them continue on, because PBs are hype. It's pretty much what we are here for. Seeing some good performances. Yeah, while Upper is going through this cutscene, I'm actually going to pull up the splits for his submitted run to see how far ahead he is. I just actually see Vor mentioning that he is about 2 minutes ahead, apparently. By the way, while we are in this cutscene, big shout out to Vor for breaking the world record in this category earlier today.
118.
I know, sub 118 finally.
Amazing.
Another minute barrier broken. This just taking the game to new heights. So big congrats and big shout outs there. Oh, Upper doesn't have a new submitted run. I guess it was already verified. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, I just want to confirm at this point how far ahead Upper is, because if Upper is on PB pace, I'm very excited for him. Yeah, Upper had a Betty kill time of 102.29, so this is, as Vor says, a couple minutes ahead. flooded is definitely a section where you want to be super wary and not take risks, especially in this sort of situation when you're far ahead of your PB. Don't want to be rolling too fast and getting overhyped, because small differences in inputs here can lead to you rolling off or hitting one of the stanchions of these wooden planks, and as a result being forced into the water. So we're doing a very good job navigating stuff. You can see he's cutting the corners, which he can and is feeling comfortable about, but doing a very clean, consistent job across this. What passes as platforming in this speed game, this is pretty much the height of it all. So doing a good job. Gets through to the crunk. Goes for keeper roll. Lands right on the edge. Let's see if he goes for gate skip. That is something we have seen variably used across the runs. Some runners have done it. We do see Upper going for it. Clean. Very clean. I imagine he is going to take the door, even though he is on PB pace. I imagine the door will still be taken, but something to see. Yes, actually, Vor, you're right. Upper has mentioned that he uses a keyboard setup. He does directly up and then directly left, if I'm not mistaken. I actually have had this conversation with him about this. So it is. I don't think many people have a keyboard setup there. I just kind of wing it with my keyboard, with my controller, and fail it repeatedly. Oh, having some struggles with the flame plant. Baits the boomer meanwhile, so not a time loss of any great magnitude. Oof. Yeah. Definitely happened. Oh no, body block. For a split second, I was worried that he was going to get hit again, and being in this section with 2 health is not super comfy. Hookshot on the last switch, that is a very precise thing. It's not straightforward to hookshot that last switch because... Oof. Yeah, and heavy slashes do give you forward momentum, so that's what pulled Upper off the ledge there. But yeah, that last switch, you need to hookshot and kind of immediately pull your trigger back so that you land on the platform. Upper, having already taken a heal there, will hope to get through this arena hitless so he doesn't have to take any more heals or save quits at the door or anything like that. That would be the ideal situation, and what Upper is looking for. The boomer is still alive at the end of this wave, which is not ideal, but it only took a few seconds to clean up, so not a big deal. This arena, to reiterate what we've talked about a bunch yesterday, it's an auto-scroller. The enemies kind of spawn one by one. So as long as you clear up the previous enemies and are able to deal with the last enemy on spawn, you're good. Here, the mage which spawned did manage to get away. The mage is the last enemy in this arena. So ideally you want to be standing where it is spawning and killing it on spawn. It's again like not a big time loss to let the mage teleport once, gets the clean parry on it and kills it, but it's definitely going to take a save and quit here, I imagine.
Yep, that's safe.
Frog with 3 health, it's maybe still okay. 2 health, you can actually get wombo combo twice in one attack by Frog King, so definitely never want to go in there with 2 health.
Oh, true. Like, so when you accidentally fall in the water and also get squished at the same time, I think?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of those cases where it seems like your iframes don't last long enough. It's very silly. But it does make logical sense because there is a bunch of time between you falling in the water and the Frog King squishing you. clean juggles, very clean first phase. What we're looking for in the second phase is a death on the left side in the second cycle of attacks. Basically, when the Frog King is spitting out bombs, you want to make sure they die on the left side. Don't get a chance to come back here to the right side again. And Upper is keeping up the damage cycle pretty much as you want it. There is a decent bit of leeway to kill it on the left side. Even if you don't kill it in the optimal time, you do have enough time to kill it, even if you miss a few slashes. So should see that from Upper here. I think the Frog King may jump, yep, and kill itself. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I think that's like a picture perfect. You played yourself kind of. If you take a screenshot of that, yeah.
Yeah, Frog King. It is. It's actually very. It feels so cool when you get the Frog King to kamikaze right there with the spitting the bomb, and that does happen. And the Frog King kind of throws as many bombs as it can on the platforms in front of you, but finally it will aim for you even if you're standing on the ledge. So the ledge strats feel very comfy, but you need to still be careful for that last spit, and either roll out of the way or be prepared to damage tank if you have the health. Yeah, that's one of those nuances which often goes overlooked in the Frog King fight. You can get spit on, you often will get spit on, don't be surprised.
I don't think we talked about it, but it looks like both players are using English, unlike yesterday's match. It was
Yeah.
Chinese and Japanese.
Very true. Both of these runners not opting for the 7 text box difference. I did go back yesterday to find the source of truth spreadsheet, which actually contains the number of text boxes for every dialogue. And yeah, it's 7. So the actual number is 7. I know other numbers have been floating around like 9 and 13 text boxes, but it's 7. And the funny thing is all 7 of those text boxes are in 2 dialogues, basically. The Grey Crow dialogues both have a difference of 5 text boxes in one and 2 in the other, and that's it. Pretty much the entire game, apart from that, is exactly the same.
Oh.
So it's not a big difference. Keeping in English, these runners aren't pacing themselves out or anything. They will be just fine. They'll get a good time, I'm sure. Very clean observation from Upper. Did not see any strats missed or flubbed. Just clean all the way through. You have to remember, Upper is a very experienced speedrunner. He's a veteran of many games, from Hollow Knight to Guacamelee to like FTL and stuff. I've seen him play a bunch of these games, so he is a very experienced speedrunner. Mentality-wise, I imagine there will not be any problems getting through this run. And if you've tuned into Upper streams, you will see that he has the propensity for only doing no reset runs. So anyone who does that, hats off to them. You have an iron mentality. If you can put yourself through no reset runs, even when you're behind, Upper will always be finishing out a run, regardless of how far behind he is. So props to that. It's definitely going to pay off here. You can sense it.
Learn, yeah.
Yeah, Upper is on a crazy pace, Ali. So I'm not going to say anything.
No commentator's curse here.
Let's see what unfolds before us. I will just be calling what happens as it happens. Nice muck hook shots there. Another thing to notice is Upper, despite being a very experienced speedrunner, it's easy to forget he's one of the newer members of the Death's Door speedrunning community. First submission, I believe, was pretty much just a month ago, and it's been a huge improvement since then, as everyone can attest to right now just watching this run. Very clean movement, getting the stuff done which you need to go fast. Trying to go for some glitch strats here, fire with the hook shot, but there was no fire source around, so it didn't work out. Gonna get sniped. Very scary place to be in on 1 HP. There is a pot in the next room, so that's all he's going to be looking for right now. To get past the rollers and get to the pot before going on the platforms. Tries to hookshot the pot. For a second I believed that would happen. That you could hookshot the pot, but it didn't work, as it has never worked before. And onto the gets through basically with full health restored, which is all we needed in that room, honestly.
While waiting for
fast strat, and not a fast strat on the third one. Did not even attempt it.
Playing it safe, which is good. Better to land it than not.
Seriously, Museus, I'm just not going to say stuff. I'm not going to use adjectives in my commentary. I'm just going to say things that are happening. Gets on a piston, gets on the next piston, shoots a fireball. There it goes. This is what the commentary will be if I cannot use adjectives, but I think it's okay. He's rolling. He's hookshotting. He's hookshotting some more. And we're heading to Grandma.
We'll upper skip this door. We'll take
No
this
door skip. Smart.
I'm just hoping to see one.
That door is one of those which, even in the optimal case, may not save time because, as I think Key was the one who made this argument, it's closer to the when you're exiting out of Grandma and you need to take the fast door to get to Lost Cemetery. The Grandma door is closer to the Lost Cemetery door, so going out of your way to get it saves time later when you need to get to Grey Crow. So it's one of those that feels like, oh, this door is out of the way, but it helps later in a small way. So yeah. And definitely race situation. Although the race is called by now, but I'm not sure if Upper is aware because I know I'm assuming Pudding has mentioned it to them, but he is on PB pace, so he will not be looking at anything else right now.
Yeah, I think he's really focusing. I think he definitely he's very focused Upper right now. At least.
Gets the Grandma kill without too much rotation on that pot phase. That's pretty much. If you don't get enough damage in the first cycle, in the first set of cycles that she is novaing, it wasn't going to be a faster kill than that, we knew at that point, but gets it without letting it rotate too much and bother him with the projectiles. So. Very zoomy speed here, heading into Grey Crow. Upper definitely warmed up today.
Yeah,
he's bringing his
Yep.
He's bringing his A game to this race.
We're not getting fast door. Luckily, no soft lock though, so it's better than soft locking. There.
Mises mentions, yeah, if you don't, if you don't grab the furnace doors at all, then you actually respawn at the entrance of furnace, which is really annoying. You're not at the door at all.
I've also done that in a run, so make sure you grab at least one door in inner furnace too, or that will happen and we'll lose time.
And Boris confirming that Grandma door is still an extra roll away, so you do lose time, but you know, one roll. It's not as bad as it seems, I guess, because every time I would take that door, it would feel like it's quite a way out of the way, but something to consider that it does help later, which I didn't consider for the longest time. We will have a little break here where Upper will be mashing furiously, but we will just be looking at some cutscenes. It is blessed that we will get to see our friend Death here. Museus is sharing cursed information in chat, which I'm not looking at. And all the best to Upper for this final boss rush section. What I've been finding very gratifying is how much this tournament has really energized this category in particular. We've
Yeah.
had PBs from pretty much every runner who is participating in this tournament, if I'm not mistaken. And we have a new recce now as well, and people are PBing in races, so this is very hype.
Yeah, it's very, very amazing. Watching the leaderboard times, everyone's climbing up the board.
It's been very good motivation, I think, for runners to bring their A game.
Have you ever noticed that Death has like a fanny pack on? I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder what he keeps inside there.
Maybe he carries souls when he's traveling around and then deposits it later into the ether.
You think it'd fit? Aren't souls pretty big? I don't know. Alright, here
I
comes
guess
the
if
Great
you
Coast Light.
if you let them grow big, yeah.
Let them grow big, yeah. That's
Really
true.
good music, really good level design, excellent fight. Let's see how Upper fares with it. First hook shot, clean, gets popped on the hit on the way out. So has to back off on the second hook shot for a second. Chain shotting phase, big multi-chain here for a second, so Upper will have to wait. Gets the charge parry with, I think, it only hit once. It looked for a second like it was two, but I think it only hit the one. That is something important, that the projectiles, even if you parry multiple of them back, only one of them will hit because Grey Crow also has iframes. So typically you cannot get multi-hit. It's nice to have all of those projectiles because it helps you have more surface area. That was, I have to say, very clean. Like, pretty much as clean as he could have wanted it. No, not too much running around. Did not go down to 1 HP and have to play super safe. Got a lot of good charged parries in there. He's on a pace right here. This I imagine, if it goes well, is going to be a big something. I'm not going to say anything again. So it's looking like a good pace though.
Okay, luckily no soft lock there. Rolling away from the door, and then I'm pretty sure, yeah, if you roll away from the door and interact, and if you don't make it to the door, I think that's soft lock, so luckily Upper didn't soft lock there.
That would have been a bad one. Does not get the get to Darwin's dialogue to upgrade while this cutscene is playing out, so we'll have to get the upgrade post cutscene. Not a big deal. The important thing will be to get a clean gauntlet. Keep an eye out for the instant doors at the end of each gauntlet arena, how many of them Upper goes for and how many he gets. I know he has good practice with them and gets them fairly cleanly in runs in general, as far as I've seen them. But keep an eye out for those. That is pretty much, apart from that, gauntlet is very consistent, and especially for someone like Upper who has a good deal of experience getting to the end game and doing all of these fights. This is where we should see it all pay off. As you can see, he keeps up the clean damage cycle, just going for light slashes. You can throw in heavy slashes in there, to, especially since it helps with the buffering of the attacks, but no real need to do that. It locks you into position for longer, so Upper just playing it safe, keeping mobile and keeping on light, keeping going with the light attacks. I wonder if any runners will go for the fast door in this section. It is a new fast door, very few people go for it in runs. No, does not go for it, skips past. And into the first estate arena. You'll see Upper positioning himself in such a way such that at the end of these attacks he is in position to get into place for that instant door and gets it perfectly. As the Lord of Doors clicks his fingers, the door appears and Upper teleports immediately without having to wait for the door to slam down. So 1 out of 3 of the major instant doors. Forest Arena. Once again, we'll see Upper going left, down, and then finally trying to end up at the top to get near the site of the fast door. Gets the second one again, very clean. rolling on through. No issues. This is just Upper is making it all look so easy and comfy. There is a lot of tech in there as well, like little things which are sprinkled in there, which require a lot of experience to have done this a bunch of times. Betty snipes him, but will give him the fast door, I imagine, immediately. Upper knew that, did not care, because there's 0 time loss from getting hit there. We are waiting for Betty to come down and land. Okay, Blessed Gauntlet, pretty much as well as it could have gone. All 3 fast doors. Did not go for the 4th one, obviously. I don't imagine many people will be going for that. But hell of a pace going into a lot of doors. Museus is probably sweating in chat. Because this will be a Museus and Lat pop if it goes perfectly. Just about, I think. Just about. Like, it's going to be close. But this is a hell of a pace. My goodness. I did not expect this coming into this race. I don't think any of us did, but keep our fingers crossed. See how it goes.
I'm hoping for the laser hit. Hoping it'll do that. Upper.
Putting strats.
Yeah.
Baiting out the backhands and dodging one. Oh, pot snipe once. Not a big deal. Let's see how he's able to punish this laser attack. Gets the charge on 1, 2, 3. Will he bait out the extra backhands? No, LOD escapes. You can bait out some extra backhands there to get some more damage before LOD escapes, but Upper choosing to just wait. The orb attack, will he roll through? Rolls through. Does not get the slash. Another orb attack. Orb attacks are nice because they let you get a lot of damage in, while the Lord of Doors is just kind of standing around. Oh, wow. That is so close.
Wow.
It was 23. Well
What
done,
a nice
Upper.
PB. Oh, man.
That is a crazy PB. That is a 4.5 minute PB.
Let's bring the runners in.
Big GG. Museus does live to see another day. We continue our train of PBs and races. You love to see it.
Something about the tournament just bringing out superpowers, runner superpowers, PBing left and right.
Big congrats to Upper.
Yep, I think the runners can hear us now. If you guys want to unmute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good
that
job,
was
Upper.
run, I guess.
GG.
Thanks. Yeah, I guess you crashed at some point. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
Marcus had a
sad.
crash entering camp, unfortunately.
That sucks.
But big
The
congrats to
same
Upper. That's
room as every time.
yikes. Big congrats, Upper. That's a big PB. To pull it off in a race, that takes a lot. So that's amazing stuff.
Well, now you can.
Yeah, I didn't really have any idea because I didn't have my actual splits up until and I going into Grey Crow. I'm like, how long do these cutscenes take? I'm not sure what kind of pace I'm on. It wasn't until I was actually finished Gauntlet that I'm like, okay, we're actually in several minutes ahead here. Like, holy cow.
Did it help to not have the splits, do you think?
Kinda. I mean, yeah, I was just trying to
Zoom.
yeah, I didn't have chat open. I didn't have anything open. I was just trying to do a normal run, you know.
Definitely zoomed. That was amazing to watch. Such a pleasure.
Yeah, both runners were in sync for the most part of the run until Marcus's computer crashed. So hopefully on this match 2, this doesn't happen. Yeah, let's go into intermission for 5 minutes. Sound good?
Sure.
Everyone get some snacks, drinks, go to the washroom. We'll be right back.